one thing that girls always do, will be like, "Oh, can you check his?
What?
Can you check his?"
Check if there's blood?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right.
Yeah,
okay.
so you'll be like, "Oh, can you check his?" And then turn around and you'll just kind of like check like your butt, like the bottom bit, and see if you've bled through. And you'll just be like, "No, you're good."
What, just on your skin?
No, like on your pants.
Oh, okay, oh shit, okay, right,
So you'll
sorry.
turn around and be like, "Oh, can you check his?" And then
I thought you meant
they'll
like...
they'll check to see if you bled through, and if you haven't, they're like, "No, you're cool. Better, thanks."
Basically, like, obviously that isn't something that me and you would...
Yeah.
Like, you've never asked me to...
Check, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would.
Yeah.
But it's normally something you do with your pals, like your
Yeah,
girlfriends.
so
but with you, I'd check. I'd ask you.
Yeah, that's my point there. Like, would some girls feel like nervous to ask their partner, could you check this?
It probably depends on age.
Because they might think, oh well, if they think I've bled, like, will they think like, oh well,
I probably think it depends on age, because I think when you're a teenager, no chance you'd be asking your boyfriend. You'd be far too embarrassed.
Yeah.
But I think like if you're an adult and you've been in a relationship for a while, they know you bleed. You know what I mean? Like, I think when you're an adult, you're a lot more open about that sort of shit.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I think as a teenager, probably not. Another fun fact about periods, which is kind of disgusting. That when you got a tampon in and you're on the toilet, if you're having a poop and you keep your tampon
Shut
in.
up.
Do you know how we talked about before when you clench your bits and your butt clenches?
Yes.
Basically the same thing happens and you kind of give birth to your tampon.
Wait.
That's made it sound so much more disgusting than it is. Basically, it just falls out. So, like, you've got to take it out.
You give birth to your tampon?
Well,
Cut the umbilical cord, do you?
I mean, it's got a string.
It does.
No, but like, so basically, if you're on your period and you've got to go for a poop, just got to take your tampon out and do a new one. Like, I mean, you kind of do it every time you go to the toilet anyway, unless like you're pissing a lot that day. But like, you basically change every time. But
if you've shot and then your tampon falls in, like, do you just flush it?
Yeah. You're not supposed to flush. I just found this out. Apparently you're not supposed to flush tampons. I always thought you were, but apparently you're not supposed to. You're supposed to throw them away the same as pads, but I don't know that. Yeah.
Can I tell you a fun fact about tampons?
Okay.
I always remember I lived in the first flat I lived in with my mum, and like it was just me and her, and she would just obviously just leave her tampon things just out on the, just like lying about on the toilet. And I didn't know what they were when I was like 6 or 7 or 8, probably 7 or 8.
I mean, you're young lad, you probably
Yeah.
know.
So I remember looking at them, and obviously like they're like long.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these ones were long, and I remember being like in a white wrapper. I remember being like, what the fuck are these? Me thinking like I was just white, whatever. And I remember because I was a little shit, I just opened the package, and I remember being like, the hell's that? And I remember going like it was clean. It was on the
packet.
Yeah, it was on the packet. I remember being like that. I was like, and I was looking at it, and there was a string. I was like, what the? And for ages I was looking at this thing in the toilet like, what the fucking hell's this? And I never knew. And then it wasn't until I got older I was like, oh, that's what it was. That was what it was. Yeah.
When I got to high school, it's like the age where you start getting them. I remember one night I had a really bad nosebleed, and I just bled all over my sheets. I went to the toilet. It was in the middle of the night, and like, so there was like blood in, but it was like dark, so there was still blood on the toilet seat. My mum sat us down the next day for a wee, like with my sister as well. So when you get to a certain age, you start to bleed out of areas that you might think's a bit concerning, but don't worry, it's just a part of being a woman. And I was like, I didn't bleed.
Mum, hey, don't worry.
Yeah, but like honestly, I was literally telling them I literally just had a nosebleed.
Chloe, don't worry.
Promise.
Don't worry.
I honestly still think for the longest time she didn't believe us. She was like, no, she's just too embarrassed. She won't tell us. I know she did. Like, no, I literally, Mum, I had a nosebleed. I haven't started yet. And then this is like a kind of a broad one.
A broad one.
But a lot of the lads don't know what goes on in girls' club toilets.
What goes on in girls' clubs toilets?
Yeah.
Right, I feel like I've got a good idea.
That's
right,
just,
I'm gonna like.
Yeah.
Can I
mean, you probably do.
Can I have a guess?
But it's so fun.
Can I have a guess?
Yeah.
This is how I used to imagine girls' toilets.
Yeah.
As a lad, I would think girls' toilets had like a waterfall in, and like a garden, and like just it was like just this like unicorns running around going, "Hi, Chloe." That's what I used to think. It was like this mystical place. From what I gather, it's like you're with your best pals, but you don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Like, do they like compliment you and like?
Yeah,
Do you get like hyped up in girls' toilets and
totally.
shit?
Like the amount of like girls I've told to dump their boyfriends in club toilets is I
Really?
don't even know. Like girls.
Has anyone ever told you to dump you? Dump me?
No, because I've never cried about you in club toilets. But like the girlies will be crying in the club toilets, being like, "Oh, he's so horrible, man. He's the girl he cheated on us with is in the club, and I can't cope. I can see them looking at each other." I'm like, just dump him. Dump him, he's not worth it. Like, I have no idea about their story, their entire relationship story, but dump him.
Nah, dump him.
Not worth it, just dump him.
Dump him.
Yeah.
What, he nicked your Dairy Lee snacks? Dump him.
No, he's not worth it. No,
not worth it.
And then, like, yeah, be like, "Oh, have you got any lipstick? Yeah, go for it. Oh, have you got any perfume? You got a hairbrush? Don't worry." So fun.
So is that why girls always go to the toilet? Because it's actually a really good experience.
Yeah, I love it. I love And then, like, to be fair, kind of disgusting as well, especially in a nightclub. Girls' toilets are fucking vile. Like, normally girls' toilets I don't think are that bad.
Yeah.
In a nightclub, fucking hell,
they bad?
The scruffy bastards.
Can't
imagine what the lads are like.
Can you tell people the story of when you were in the
sick story?
Yeah.
One time, I was in Metropolis, like Memo's Metropolis, and the toilets in there, you've got, like, they're just dark. They just don't have lights. In half of the toilets don't lock. So I was in the one in the very corner, pitch black, no lock. I was like, right, okay, it's fine. That's the only one available. I'm just gonna go piss in there. I sat there in me nice old poly dress. You know, I was like, I got my student loan. I was like, you know what? It's a special night out. I'm gonna spend some money on this dress.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get bougie dressed. Cool. Having me piss, and then this girl, like, I'm exposed here. Like, I'm just sat. Foof out.
We got it. We got the picture.
Yeah, this girl barges open my door and just vomits all over it. Like, just projectile sick all on me lap. Because, like, obviously she'd, like, needs to be sick, so she just ran upstairs to the toilet. And because it's such a long way to those toilets, she just took a long way all the way up the stairs and just opened the first toilet door she could. Didn't wait and see, oh, somebody's in there pissing. No, just sick all over us.
What did you do?
I didn't. I just stood there doing this. I was sat there, still in the middle of my piss. Like, I couldn't just get up and move because I was still pissing. So I'm just sat there going, and our friend comes in and goes, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And I'm like, it's fine. Like, because I didn't want to kick off, but you're only in so much shock.
Yeah.
And, like, obviously I could tell this girl was, like, mortal. And I wasn't going to kick off with a mortal girl. Like, obviously she's not in her right mind. So I was just sat there going, oh my God. Bear in mind, this is a praise bar. This is the first bar you go to. You're not even drunk at this point.
No.
It's a praise bar. And I was like, fuck's sake. I hadn't washed off my fake tan as well. I had fresh fake tan, so my fake tan was patchy from the sick. I had to properly scrub my legs in the sink because I was like, I'm not going home. Because I was like, I'm not having the FOMO of going home. I paid to get here, so I soaped all my legs up, was scrubbing them in the sink. I had to pay, like, the lady in the toilet for perfume, spraying myself to fuck. And I just came downstairs and I was like, where you been? I've just been sick on what happened to place.
Did you knock on with anyone that night? Did you get with anyone?
I don't know, Cameron. I don't think so. I remember the worst time because everybody's just screaming on in there. I remember freaking Hannah Clancy, the little bugger, when we went out with her and she just disappeared. And I was like, she's in the toilet. I was in the toilet going, Hannah! Screaming. No, she wasn't there. In this one toilet, nobody was answering. I was like, she's in there. It's like, she's in this toilet. It's like, okay. I was like going, Hannah! Nobody was answering. I was knocking on the toilet. And, like, normally, if you're not Hannah, you'll go, no, sorry, not in here.
I am Margaret.
Nobody was answering, so I was like, she's in there and just passed out. So I was like, right, okay. Got up into the next cubicle, climbed up on the toilet seat, and peeped over. There's just a random lass having a shit, isn't there? And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And I'm like, sorry, I promise I'm not a pervert. And, like, jumped down and ran away. My God probably thinks I'm a huge perv.
It's like, Will on the in-betweeners.
Honestly, I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm not a perv. I just thought you were my friend and you were, like, passed out. Like, because I saw her go in the toilet, but I didn't see her come out. So I was like, I'm sure she's got to be in there.
Well, why wouldn't you respond when you're knocking on the thing?
I don't know. You would just say, no, it's not me.
I promise I'm not a perv.
I didn't know what else to say. I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I promise I'm not a perv.
Promise I'm not a perv.
Oh God. Turns out she was outside, by the way, if anyone wants to know the status of Hannah.
Oh
but,
my God, that's so funny. I've never heard that. Why did you tell us that one?
I did.
Oh, did you? I was probably
sure,
pissed.
I did. Yeah, probably. Again, not a pervert.
Yeah, she's not a pervert. But yeah, if you want to watch another video, please do click right here.
Let us know the gross things you do.
See you next Tuesday, 7 p.m.
Bye.